nothing to lose. Used to dance in the club right across from my school. I said dance, nah, fuck. Don't get it confused. Had to set the record straight cause bitches love to assume. Mama couldn't give it to me, had to get it in shoes. Lord only knows how I got it in shoes. I was covered in dollars, now I'm dripping in jewels. A bitch played with my money, might have spit in my food. Bitches hating my guts, now they swear it was cool. Went from making tuna sandwiches to making the news. I started speaking my mind and tripping my views. Real bitch, only thing fake is the boobs. Get money, go hard, motherfucking right. Never been a fraud in my motherfucking life. Get money, go hard, damn fucking right. Stun on these bitches out of motherfucking spite. Ain't no running to bore me, well for none of glory. I ain't telling y'all to do it, I'm just telling my story. I don't hang with these bitches cause these bitches be corny. And I got enough bras, y'all ain't gotta support me. I went from rag to riches, went from wig to lit, nigga. Only person in my fam to see six figures. The pressure on your shoulders feel like boulders. Where you gotta make sure that everybody's straight. Bitches stab you in your back while they smiling in your face. Talking crazy on your name, trying not to get your case. I waited my whole life just to shit on niggas. Climb to the top floor so I could spit on niggas. Said I was just trying to chill and make bangers. Tell all these old bitches they in danger. The thing on my hip with bitches in the shape. That's what I call a fucking waist trainer. You gon' run up on who and do what? I think y'all got your story screwed up. I came here to bar, is you nuts? I don't want your bum ass nigga, I'm too tough. I'm the one that's killing shit, hands down. If you got a problem with me, say it now. And I don't wanna hear them sneak dissing. Stretching up on one you weak bitches. My mom girl like, I don't see the stoplight. I'm stepping out every day, prom night. So if it's all love, show me love then. Cause pain on the bitches, what it sound like. Low, it's how I give it up, nigga. Hoodie, low, it's how I'm pulling up. Just cause I've been on the road, don't mean I've been on the run. And you gon' have to learn to hold your tongue or hold the gun. And we all know you ain't that tight. I smack you in the bitch that you act like. I started getting money, bitches upset. They remind me of my pussy, bitches mad tight. Nails done, hair lit, keep them both ways. Come through, shining with them, rolling gun face. Headshot, tell them go straight. And no bitch spitting like this, it's so late. I don't trust no nigga, I don't fit no bitch. Whole life been through some fucked up shit. They say I'm too that, I'm too this. When you see what I see, you end up like this. I walked into the label with a check, yeah. Cardi B on the charts and expect that. But that bitch that was claiming she a threat. I'ma put a Louis Vuitton on her neck, yeah. Say I'm too ratchet, they say I act wild. I'm trying with the phone like a badass child. She call me stiff for once, tell him try that now. Cardi B, North Sea, hear that bad sound. Man, I said we gon' win. Let me down 9 times, but I get up 10. Look myself in the mirror, I said we gon' win. Let me down 9 times, but I get up 10. Look myself in the mirror, I said we gon' win. Let me down 9 times, but I get up 10. Yeah. But I get up 10. Let me down 9 times, but I get up 10. Bitch, I'm in the fuck it, feel me. Said I'ma do a broke it, feel me. If I'ma make a rock, you can feel me. Said I'ma do a broke it, filthy. We gon' win. Let me down 9 times, but I get up 10. Yeah. I said we gon' win. Let me down 9 times, but I get up 10. Bitch.
What's going on, Conscious Crew? Happy Tuesday. A bitch is tired. I am tired, and I got too much shit to do, girl. First of all, we'll get into that, girl. If you're in the building, please go ahead and hit that old nasty piece of thumbs up, girl. Hold on, let me check these thumbs up, girl. It's 135 of y'all in the building. I need you guys to thumbs up this video in the words of Cardi B until they're stuck, girl, because thumbing up not only helps with the YouTube algorithm, but it also triggers up the notification system, because you may or may not know that YouTube only sends out notifications to only 10% of your subscriber count. But when you guys thumbs up the video, it translates as desirable and therefore forces these YouTube CEO whores to send out more notifications to unsuspecting Conscious Crew members who have no idea that we are loud, live, and in motherfucking color. Okay. I also need you guys to go ahead and subscribe. Sometimes you guys are clearly doing, girl. We are less than 200 something subbies away from 42, girl. I mean, the growth has just been insane, bitch. I mean, skyrocketing, girl. We're working, honey. Okay. Also, I need you guys to go ahead and smash that notification bell and set it to all so that you never miss a beat. And if you don't mind taking it one step further, please share this stream out to wherever it is you have digital community at, girl. YouTube, Snapchat, Facebook, Twitter feed, girl. Slap the link and let them whores know that we are live and in color. With no further ado, let's go ahead and push the hell on through. Okay.
I know a place where you can recharge your soul.
Baby, that's Consciouztv.
And in the midst of brokenness, he gon' see your asshole.
Baby, that's Consciouztv.
You gon' heal, you gon' laugh and catch a little shade.
Ooh, girl.
Y'all know he be slaying, y'all better stop playing. Come hear what he's saying.
Ladies and gentlemen.
All right. Church announcements, girl. I'm supposed to come back to you guys loud, live, and in color tonight. That just depends how I feel, girl. I'm tired, and I received a lot of packages today that I have to unpack, girl. I've been getting a lot of sponsored stuff, girl. So I got to look through some things, get all that situated. I got part 2 of Salacious K's interview, girl, to go through. Got some new receipts, girl, to give to you guys. Matter of fact, I just dropped and I just exposed another foundational lie that Unhinged and this fake ass performative accuser is going around spreading. So if you're not subscribed to or following me on Instagram, you need to get your ass over there because I just dropped something that busts the recent lies told by Unhinged and this fake ass accuser. Again, girl, okay? Matter of fact, she told this particular lie when she did her clickbait video titled Larry Reid Confesses to so-and-so and so-and-so and so. And she said, Levante never said, he never said he was 14. The bitch forgot that she ain't the only person he done interviewed with, girl. So we once again exposed the bullshiggity. So get your ass over to Instagram and follow Consciouztv, girl. I mean, not even sweating yet, okay? And also, I think I have the R. Kelly transcripts, girl. So we'll be doing round 2 of that shit. And it's a lot going on, girl. My brain is kind of foggy right now, child. Okay. Oh, and Von Ray will be joining us. He just got to consult with his lawyers about some things, and he'll be joining us this week as well as it relates to Miss Sledgehammerhead's apology, girl, to him on Instagram, allegedly, girl. And this ain't the first time she done reached out, okay, to the king of Atlanta, allegedly, child. Okay. So all of that. Let me bring up my mother co-host. What's going on, Reckless?
Hey.
Hey, what's going on? How you doing? Welcome to the platform. Thank you for being here. Are you ready for this? Okay, girl, he got a lot going on.
Yes. He keeps muting me. So I'm gonna figure that out. But I'm ready.
Okay, tell these folk where they can find you at on these YouTube streets before we get started, because you were old nasty great out here.
Okay, I'm just gonna make it quick because StreamYard keep muting me. Something going over here. But hey, what's going on, y'all? Welcome to the land of reckless logic. Please make sure you guys pop that like button, hit the subscribe button, and please smack that notification bell so do not miss any of my posts from us. As you guys can already tell, my name is Reckless Logic. Logic spelled with 2 C's. Of course, I'm with my host, Consciouztv. Make sure you guys thumbs up, because it really does help out with YouTube's algorithm. The more you thumb up, the more YouTube can finally do their job. Okay, let's get into it, y'all.
Period.
Oh, and by the way, I want you to look at the private chat when you get a chance.
All right, you guys. As you guys can see from the title, girl, let's go ahead and get straight into it, girl. Hip-hop champ Cardi B opens up to her best friend, Jason Sara Lee of Hollywood Unlocked, about her thoughts of self-deletion during a smear campaign led by a very small YouTuber named Unwinewithtashak, who weaponized rumors fueled by a broke clout chaser by the name of Star Marie, who was a struggling stripper and struggling MC who chose to join forces with the now $3.8 million debt-holding salacious blogger, where everything from STD claims to that of prostitution and infidelity on her part within her marriage to rapper Offset. After suing the small-time Dirty Foot Florida blogger successfully in federal court, she has been awarded $3.8 million for the damages caused by the drunken delusional blogger, which led to that very small YouTuber spending most of the year last year moving assets, selling properties, and trying to find somebody's mama in Africa who she could get a bank account in the name of. Make it make sense, okay? So we're going to get into a nasty piece of write-up from the Insider, who also was kind enough to clip a few parts of the Revote interview held by no other than Jason Lee. And once again, shout out to Miss Jason Lee. Okay. Let me share my old nasty piece of string, girl. How doing? How doing? And thumbs up this video. I'm probably going to drop the link as well, girl, so you guys can come up here and chime in. Child, what's going on, Deborah, honey? Hey, Lady Royale, what's going on? Oh, nasty piece of zip tip. Hey. Let me get up in here. How doing? How doing? Oh my God. Okay, girl. This is from insider.com, honey. Okay. And the caption of this article is, Cardi B says she wanted to die as a result of claims made about her by YouTuber Unhinged with Delusional K. Quote, I was somebody that really wanted to be not alive. Girl. Cardi B said she wanted to die as a result of allegations made about her by YouTuber Unhinged with Foloco K. In 2019, Kibi, who goes by Unhinged Dirty Foot K and has 1 million subscribers, 1 million robots on her channel, claimed that Cardi B had tested positive for herpes and had substance abuse issues. The rapper sued Kibi for defamation in 2019, claiming the YouTuber had launched a malicious campaign against her and became obsessed with her. She won the case in January 2022, with a federal jury ordering Kibi to pay Cardi $4 million in damages and legal fees. Kibi appealed the verdict later in 2022. Oh, for you people who think y'all smarty pants, girl, it's not 4 million Kang, it's 3.8, girl. As if she gonna be able to pay either one, okay? Opening up on the ordeal during an appearance on the premiere episode of the Jason Lee Show on Tuesday, Cardi said, quote, in 2019, I really felt like I was like somebody dead inside of a body. My God, today. Quote, I kept telling people I just want to die. I wish I was dead. I want to be unalive, said Cardi. The Up rapper added that she felt unable to escape as people abused her online. Quote, I wasn't a celebrity, she said. Quote, I was somebody that really wanted to be DAD. I didn't want to see my kid. I didn't want to be with my man. It just made me cry. It was a point that I felt like I was so weak of a person that I was too weak to be a mom. Check out some of those clips, courtesy of Revote, courtesy of the Neighborhood Talk. Okay?
I'm afraid to be vulnerable because people want to say, oh, you be looking for sympathy, but this is really my life. Like in 2019, I felt like I was like somebody dead inside a body, like, and I kept telling people, like, I just want to die, like, I just wish I was dead, I want to be dead, I want to be dead, I want to be dead. I can't escape my mind. Like, my husband had to take me to a trip to DR. People from my management was calling him, like, I think there's something wrong with her, you need to help. It was really bad, and it's terrible when people are making fun of you. When people are making fun of you,
you ain't about to cry.
No.
Okay.
I ain't about to cry.
Your eyes, left eyes getting all
I've
never seen you get emotional.
You know I cry in private. I'm a gangster. In 2019, like, imagine.
Okay, next slide.
Somebody saying that you have a disease, and then thousands of people
run with it.
And not only are they running with it, they're calling you names. and then you have a daughter, and like every other mom, you kissing your daughter and everything, and people are saying like, don't kiss culture on the lip, don't kiss your kid on the lip because you have herpes, blah blah. That is insane. And then not only that, but
and there was a video popping up on you every.
Okay, next slide. And Jason Lee looks damn good, honey.
I wasn't a celebrity, just a celebrity. I was somebody that really wanted to be dead. I was somebody that I couldn't see my kid, or I didn't want to talk to my man. I didn't want to be around my friends because it just made me cry. Like I felt like it was a point that I felt like I was so weak of a person that I was weak to be a mom. Like, it's like, girl, you crying over this and that, and your kid is right there, and it's just like, I just felt like.
And I think what people don't realize, this was all happening while you have to go on tour, have to go to rehearsals, have to go to award shows, have to go to fittings, have to still run your business, still. And then to know Poppy, he's like the nicest guy who's literally not ever nobody, you know?
I just could say, like, at that time period, I feel like I have been broke, I have been heartbroken, I have gone through a lot of tribulation.
Okay, one more slide. Well, not one more, but a few more slides.
Well, a lot of
and thumbs up the video, you guys, if you guys are in the building.
In life, I have never felt so down in my life. Like, I just felt like my life was like great, and no matter what vacation I went to, no matter what good news, no matter whatever, everything was just so dark, and I was so depressed. I couldn't escape my mind. It's like the only way I could escape my mind was sleeping. I couldn't have sex. I distanced myself from my own relationship. I distanced myself from everybody. Like, it was just so dark.
All right, next slide, you guys.
And like, sometimes, you know, I feel like I just kept going and going and like ranting, and I think people thought that I was just crazy and super sensitive. But what people don't know is that, like, I was really going through like a real mental, like, I was mentally going crazy. Like I was just sad. Like, it's like every single day I was crying.
So in filing the lawsuit, what was your goal? Was your goal to make it stop? Was your goal to, what was your goal?
My goal was to make it stop. My goal was to make it stop. And my goal was because everybody for such a long time believed these lies. And I have addressed it so many times. And every single time that I addressed it, people was like, you're lying, you're lying, you're lying, you're lying. And it's like.
All right, one more slide, you guys. Thumbs up the video.
Until you go to court and the truth is revealed in court, you will never be free. You will never have a peace of mind, because people will like bring it up and call you a liar and say that you have these things, say that you did these things. It will just go over and over again until you have, like, it's like you literally have to prove it in court that it's not true.
Wow, you guys. There it is, girl. Okay. Hold on. I don't know why this is not pulling up. Hold on. What am I trying to do? Okay, girl. Trying to. What am I doing? Okay, we're just gonna leave it right there. Okay, so there it is, guys. So, courtesy of Revolt, aka the Jason Lee Show, who interviewed Cardi B, who opened up about her music, her marriage, this infamous 2022 litigation that she won, chasing bald-headed K all around the goddamn globe, girl, because she got time, because she got it. And talking about the way she was impacted emotionally by this smear campaign led by Unhinged. Now, first of all, I want to give Cardi props for being transparent, because you guys know Cardi B has a very rough exterior. You know, she's you know, salacious, hypersexual gangster female rapper, etc. So for her to be able to speak about her vulnerabilities and to kind of remind the public that she too is human, even though we know that from all of her goddamn stints with the law, and how much goddamn trouble she get in as a result of her insecurities that lead her to pulling up on haters downtown, that leads her to fighting for dick, as she said in her Glorilla Tomorrow verse, girl. You know, it's I have to give her props for saying, hey, this actually hurt me. While she could save face and put a Beyonce face on, you know, she's actually being vulnerable about the way that this smear campaign actually impacted her. So I'm gonna give her props for that. And you guys know, due to the transcripts that are now out and available, that Cardi B took the stand in that litigation, and she spoke about, you know, not even feeling comfortable having sex with her husband. She talked about, like she said right now, being trolled online and people telling her, you know, to not kiss her baby because she would be spreading the situation. And, you know, she spoke about not wanting to live. She spoke about being angry, feeling hopeless. And that's a really interesting sentiment for a celebrity of her caliber with her level of resources to still be capable of feeling powerless. It's very, 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 very interesting. Now, she eventually used that power to defend herself and reclaim her dignity and to reclaim the truth and the facts about her life accordingly. And this was a very controversial litigation, obviously, because you had Black women who don't like Cardi, who chose to make this a Black woman to non-Black woman argument, and which was very dismissive of what was actually taking place, which was one girl was slandering another woman unnecessarily, even after Cardi B had made several attempts to reason with the unreasonable and to reason with this narcissistic consciousness. She even directly hit up Unhinged and let her know these things are not true. The things that this girl is saying on your show is not true. And if you could just please not facilitate this, that would be great. You know, she tried to reason with her, you know, we both mothers, let's be adults about this, etc. And then you guys know that there's a video that I played last year of Cardi B pretty much reaching her breaking point. And her breaking point was the comments about her daughter and this whole transference thing. And Cardi B then said she was going to spend the motherfucker, she was going to bury the block, okay, with Unhinged ass. And she was sitting outside somewhere, girl, looking rather tethered, distressed bitch in her beat a bitch ass outfit, girl. And from there, she said it was on, bitch. And she made good on her goddamn promise, baby. Okay? Now, what I didn't know, because I did not follow this case like close. I had my eye on it, but I wasn't completely tuned in to every detail. But what I found out that was interesting is that Unhinged had been running from the process server, honey. Okay, because y'all know that Unhinged don't be outside, girl. She like to make y'all believe, girl, that she out here living her life and things. She's not, baby. She's in that house 95% of the goddamn day, baby. Okay, trapped in the cellar. Okay. Too many people want her ass to be outside for her ass to be outside, if you know what I mean. Okay, so she reached out to is it Byron or Byron? The guy, the older gentleman who have been on YouTube reporting on the litigation. He was actually going to the trial. He was bringing home notes and everything, and he just came onto my platform last month when we were covering the Tory Lanez Megan Thee Stallion trial. And Cardi B had to reach out to him. Yeah, Dennis Byron, okay? Shout out to Dennis Byron, okay? Cardi B had to reach out to Dennis Byron and get Dennis to help her set Unhinged up. That's how she was able to get Unhinged served, okay? Which was crazy, triangulating, and brilliant. Okay, very brilliant. Ray says Conscious was asked during an interview over here in Europe if she kisses her daughter. The guy brought up the STD accusations, that TK accusations went global. Yeah. And I also didn't know that, well, I found out, you know, last year that also as much big shit as Unhinged talked on her platform, as much big shit as she talked about her fat turkey eating lawyer Olga, and how competent her team was, and how she even bet her children's life on winning this lawsuit. My God, that's not going to age well. That despite all that, the bitch was actually secretly behind the scenes with her legal team trying to settle out of court and trying to mediate. But Cardi B was beyond the point of mediation, because when she offered Unhinged, Dirty Foot K, a way out, Unhinged wasn't having it. Okay, she wasn't having it. So Cardi B was going to see that thing through. So while she was getting out here doing her press circuit and all of that, talking all that shit, acting like she wasn't scared and bringing on and blah, 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 blah. As soon as it was brought in, girl, bring it. It's already been brought in tease. Okay. She was actually trying to get Cardi to mediate, girl, and get this thing washed and put aside. Oh, it's the smoke and mirrors and the buffoonery for me. And Miss La, I don't give a damn what Cardi B did prior. Her ass wasn't in court because he drugged men. We're talking about Unhinged and talking about Cardi B. I don't give a damn if she sold her pussy for $2. I don't give a damn if she drugged men and robbed them and left them at the Motel 6. I don't give a damn if she was putting slim tummy tea substances in the goddamn drinks of her Johns and leaving their ass at the Red Roof. Irrelevant, damn relevant. Okay, I'm talking about a whole damn lawsuit. Okay, that's a whole separate situation. If y'all that pressed to have her answer to that, y'all need to go dig up these allegedly drugged ass men and make them do what she did to Cardi B. I mean, that what she did to Unhinged, girl, which is have they goddamn day in court. I don't know why when this woman come up as it relates to bald-headed K, y'all always come over here and muddy up the motherfucking waters like that have to do with the price of tea in China. Two things can be true at once. She drugged goddamn men back in her goddamn stripper days, and she was goddamn smeared. There was a smear campaign led against her by a bitch who got half a follicle on her goddamn head. Two things can be true at once, okay? Focus, my nigga, focus. Now, before we go any further, and I drop the link, Reckless, what do you think about what Cardi B revealed to her best friend, Jason Lee, on Revo?
I believe it to be true. Because it's like, I know what a lot of people are gonna say, like, you know, when it comes down to it, you know, I don't think it was true. But you also have to keep in mind about the social interaction of a person having a huge platform and pushing a lie, knowing that it's a lie. And then on top of this person has a history of doing it, because guess what? She's doing the exact same thing to another big influencer and content creator. And I think it's very interesting. You actually see the similarities where Cardi B was going on behind the scenes saying that, yo, this is not true. And if you continue, I'm going to take legal action. But yet she continued, even though she knew it was a lie. Because TK also said in the video, I knew Star wasn't telling the truth. I did it to trend the internet. So it shows you her pathology in the way she operates. And I think that people that say that, you know, I don't think it's true that she wanted to, you know, hurt or harm herself. Y'all are literally the same people that get upset and try to drag a bitch down the street just because they said something about your child. And we're the same people that literally say, when it comes to mine, I'll die behind mine. But then yet when this woman is literally saying, it's one thing for you to say something about me having a STD. But now when I'm actually interacting with my child, and then you have 100 people going and actually running with that narrative, it's one thing if I'm like minding my business and, you know, or, you know, I'm like, you know, going to different platforms and I see it, but people are coming to my page, my platform. And, but yeah, we the same people talk about we'll die behind ours. But then yet now we're confused that someone's actually a lot of stress because they're actually being, a narrative is being pushed.
I think it is. I think that goes to show how much celebrities are dehumanized as a result of their fame and their fortune, that they almost get put in a non-human category. So they take on an air of perfection and they almost become like American gods and deities. So you do have people who are really far removed from the fact that celebrities have a humanity, that they have a heart, that they do have feelings, that they hurt, they bleed, they gotta wipe their ass like everybody else. But that becomes so far removed when you're watching the propaganda that oftentimes surrounds celebrities, like their wealth, their fame, their larger than life persona, and the fact that most celebrities do not communicate in a way that's vulnerable. So you also just forget, essentially, or become desensitized to the fact that these people actually have a substance, they have a soul, they're having also a human experience, irregardless of their social status, irregardless of their wealth, irregardless of their proximity and their access to things that the general public don't have. And I think that a lot of that showed up in this litigation, where people did, to your point, find it very hard to be empathetic toward Cardi. Now, there are definitely times where celebrities should not be able to expect the general public to be able to relate, because a lot of times what they be upside down about is rich people problems. Something that, you know, everyday people cannot relate to and find completely frivolous and meaningless, because people at the bottom of the pyramid got real shit going on. While these people, you know, have minuscule complaints. But in this case, this was definitely an opportunity for there to be some reasonable relatability from the general public to Cardi B. Because like you said, people get out here and snatch each other ball over what they say about their mama, over the neighbor sleeping with your man, over infidelity, over family drama. People have pulled out guns for a lot less. People have hurt each other for doing a lot less than what Unhinged did to Cardi B. And this was something that was magnified as a result of Unhinged taking to her platform, where she has these bots. And these videos, because of the nature of them and because of who they were about, were her highest grossing videos. So Cardi B had to walk around every day knowing that millions of people had heard these lies, internalized these lies, and were then touting these lies around. And like you said, it was now showing up in her personal space. And I don't think that most people, and maybe that's another part of why it's unrelatable, because most people don't know what it's like to have 1 million people hear something not true about you. Most people have no idea what it feels like to have millions of people to have heard some of the worst allegations that could be pushed, some of the worst claims that could be made about a person, being heard, and then having people in the bundles repeat those things directly to you. Unrelatable for sure. But to your point, if the general public know how they get down when it comes to the people they have proximity to, honey, then yeah, you can imagine how hurt. And I'm gonna tell you this too. In my personal opinion, Cardi B is a very insecure woman.
Yeah.
So when she took that stand and said she cried, I believe that. I believe that Cardi B cries over everything. I believe that Cardi B is insecure enough and easily offended enough and has enough of a pain body to have been completely emotionally sidelined by a smear campaign of this gravity. I mean, she just settled out of court for, creating an insurrection against 2 bartenders over allegedly sleeping with her man. For God's sake,
She's slightly reactive. She's gotten a tad bit better, but girl, she backslides like I don't know what.
She ran down on 2 bars in downtown New York and LA while pregnant with Culture and put herself in complete danger over what somebody said. So I, at the same time, don't know why it was so hard for people to believe that Cardi B was really upset. Cardi B is always upset. Cardi B is a very emotional. She's a very emotional person. Cardi B is always in her comment section. She's always clapping back. She's always doing all that. So all she did was be that same Cardi B in the situation with Unhinged. It doesn't take away from what Unhinged did, but it's funny that on one end people call her a crybaby and constantly call her out for being too consumed by the opinions of the general public, but at the same time don't believe that she was genuinely impacted by these narratives that went out in the droves to the general public. It makes sense. You can't have both those things. You got to pick a narrative here.
And I think it's very interesting as well too, especially because I'm looking in the chat. Women, me and you finna have a conversation. Y'all are literally the same people that hate when men even lie on y'all vaginas. I slept with her. No, he did not. Don't fucking lie like that. Don't. And so you mean to tell me someone can literally lie on your vagina and say that you have an STD knowing that you do not? Like, and it's just the fact that even when I'm looking in the comment section, so some of these people can never make me, take my own life and like y'all do not like I need for y'all to really make it make sense for me personally, because it's not making sense to me.
Yeah, and it also don't mean that just because it ain't true for you, it don't mean that it ain't true for her.
Exactly.
Because we know that plenty of people have taken their lives as a result of a breakup, as a result of being bullied. Look at the statistics on suicidal ideation upon young people who are taking their lives as a result of the smear campaign. There have been grown people who have taken their lives as a result of their nudes being leaked, of being extorted. Like, what are we talking about here? Like, it might not be true for you that you would have necessarily wanted to unalive yourself. That doesn't mean that it's not true for Cardi B.
And here's the thing, like, once again, Queen T, but if you are a celebrity, you can't address everything somebody say about you. Yes, that holds truth, but yet we also want to keep context. This is not like a small lie. This is not like something really small. This is something like a whole STD on someone. Like a whole STD on someone. And then Isamas, I have no sympathy for her. She robbed and drugged men, but yet I think it's very interesting that we like to, because that is a true conversation. But I think it's very interesting that we like to have no sympathy for her because of her past or what she did, but yet we are so quick to have sympathy for the drug dealers in our community. We have sympathy for the murderers that just so happen to be your cousins in our community. I think it's very interesting that we have no sympathy for her, but yet we seem to have a lot of sympathy. And I'm about to go jump all the way out the window for someone like George Floyd, who had a history, a very troubled history. But despite that history, we still understood the fucked up shit that happened. It's like we pick and choose when we want to recognize that, because George Floyd had a very much troubled history, but yet we did not allow that troubled history to dictate whether the person, what they did was effed up or not.
It's respectability politics.
It is.
They're not going to save you, and any of us are bound by that. I just don't understand what's so hard about two things being able to be true at once. The person who's being bullied can also be flawed themselves, and sometimes even participate in bullying as well. That doesn't mean they're not being bullied in the instance in which they are being bullied. Now we know that half the world, and we know that half the world is divided. Okay, some people believe that, you know, if you become a bully for whatever reason, you become a bully, even if you're bullying your bullies back, that hey, all is fair and love and war. It is what it is. Let them hoes draw blood out of each other.
Mm-hmm.
And then some people lean into the respectability politics and it was like, well, you have to be practically perfect under assault in order for you to warrant all of my empathy and sympathy.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to be a perfect, upright, standing human being in order to garner my sympathy. And that's why Reckless is bringing up George Floyd, because George Floyd had a criminal past. He had done a prison. He committed robberies. He was not, you know, a good person always, and yet he was victimized.
Mm-hmm.
And two things can be true at once. He can have a past and also not deserve to have a motherfucker's knee on his goddamn neck while he's crying out to his mom.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand. And what's weird about it is that if any one of y'all sons right now were gunned down, y'all would be holding fish fries and press conferences for justice. And y'all would not want us to pull his high school record where he's been suspended 12 times and use that to justify why his death is meaningless. Y'all wouldn't want us to take the experience of some of the people that were around him who didn't have such good things to say about him and use that as a way to dismiss what happened to him. So I know we're used to doing one thing over the other, but once again, you just need to remember that two things can be true at once. Cardi B could have done wrong in her life, but what Unhinged did to her was also wrong, and it was unwarranted at that. When Cardi B was out there drugging men, let's talk about it.
Get into it.
She was doing it for survival.
I was about to say
as a means to navigate. For two, these men were willing to solicit prostitution services, which means they also were participating in illegal behavior. I'm sure most of these men as well, who she was drugging under the guise of pay me this money, I'll give you these sexual services, were probably also married, were probably also fiancés, were probably men who were kept, and men who were in relationships, etc. Let's talk about how when you really get into it, baby, there was a lot of wrong on top of wrong. The wrong was in a versus match with wrong. So even when it comes to her drugging men who thought that they were going to solicit sexual services for a payment, were participating in illegal dealings and breaking the law with her ass. They were doing wrong with her ass. They were co-conspiring. They were co-conspirators together. Which is, once again, is irrelevant to what's being talked about now. But if we're going to talk about it, then let's talk about it. Anything you want to say before I drop the link and let some people come up here and sound off?
Drop the link.
Hit the link and sound off. Moderators, please rotate the link in case anybody want to come up and speak to. And she got her judgment. And we all know that Cardi didn't sue Unhinged for money. It was out of principle. It was out of principle. It was out of subjecting the things that Unhinged said to a diligent, thorough system of investigation like the criminal justice one, and being able to have those lies documented as lies on a federal level, which is why Larry sued the original YouTube uploader, who spread not only the lies about that Levantre touted, but also spread 75 other goddamn lies completely unrelated to Levantre's claim. And for those asking, is Larry going to sue? Larry already done said 101 times he's suing Unhinged. He's suing her after he sues Levantre.
So
yes, there will be litigation and lawsuit, not only between Larry and Levantre. Larry filed his lawsuit against Levantre 2 months ago. He had to refile it because Levantre claimed he doesn't live in North Carolina where he was served. So Larry now has to refile in Georgia, where Levantre says he lived and has been living since 2015. And right after that lawsuit wraps, he'll be coming for the goddamn remaining edges of Miss Unhinged with Foloco K. And she didn't even complete with her series, baby. And she's already given him the easiest grounds for a lawsuit. She's already proven malicious intent. There we have the text messages of her being aware of these lies and even encouraging him to sue Levantre and the YouTube uploader who facilitated the initial interviews. We have her on screen saying, we got him now, we got him now. And also saying, we got to make this stick. Literally proving intent behind the smear campaign over and over and over and over. Okay? So, this lawsuit between him and her, I don't even think going to last half a year. It's such a clear down the middle. Discovery is going to be very easy. Discovery, we've been collecting for discovery since last year. I mean, this is going to be easier than the lawsuit between Larry and the YouTube uploader, who tried to be unhinged and was terribly unsuccessful at that shit for 2 years. So yeah, it's all coming. I want to welcome Rumors and Tea, as well as Best Lyric Videos. What's going on, Rumors and Tea?
Hey, Conscious. Hey, Reckless.
Hi.
Hey, Conscious.
Hey.
I'm loving Conscious. I am loving your Surviving Tasha K series. I am because I'm on this whole self-awareness journey rather. Trying to be conscious about character and being open minds of other people's perception of me. And it has literally opened my mind in like ways. It's like when you on like spiritual journeys and things, like you see things that you've never seen before, right? And to me, Tasha K is a menace. I don't want to tear down Black women, but I also don't want to give her a pass that she's a Black woman. To me, like, I know I've called her Trashy K, right? It's not even a point of like her being trashy at this point. I think she needs a psychiatric like evaluation. Like the courts need to make it mandatory for this woman to get help. Like whoever the therapist or the friend, whoever that person is that her and Storm was seeing, like to me, that could have been somebody from down the street that was working on her car. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trusting that because her behavior, her patterns are very dark. And she's a bully. This I was reading the comments, people talking about Cardi, this and the third, like you said, two things can be true at the same time. But what she's doing is very immature. And it's definitely malicious, right? But it's like high school. It's like a bunch of adults acting like they're still in high school, and you're cyber bullying people because they will not bend to your will. It's like she thinks she's like a god or something. And if people don't do what she says, you're literally just going to go out here and by any means necessary, doesn't matter what boundaries, like the boundaries you want, you don't want people to talk about your family, you don't want people to talk about your husband, you don't want people to talk about you, but nothing like the things that are off limit for you are not off limit for others. And it's dangerous.
And that's
This only goes on in our community though. Honestly, like I'm not saying that, in other communities they don't have like no, but what we're experiencing right now, this goes on in our community. We could literally be seeing it with our eyes wide open, watch them do it to watch. We watched her do this to Cardi, and now we're watching her do this to Larry. And yet people still believe that what she is putting out there is the truth.
I'm gonna be honest. I think the only people that believe her are people who are trolls like her. Like Unhinged made a career out of being a troll, and most of her followers are a troll. And most of the people that actually like appreciate her content and really follow her content are also people who are essentially trolls as well. So
Well, I can tell you this, Conscious. I was talking, and I know, like, okay, that doesn't mean that this is straight across the board for everybody. I was though talking to my great aunt that's 86 years old, right? So in her senior facility where they live at, like they literally were watching this interview. I don't know, maybe a staff member put it on, but these people that are not aware of Trashy K, right? These people believe it. You have people that literally, even though she has that 1 million following, right? Most of them people don't haven't gone back to her. They came up because, R. Kelly and Cardi, right? They haven't gone back to view anything else of hers. But when it comes to this type of scandalous rumor, they lock in, especially older people. They lock in because it's news to them. So it's not just trolls that are believing. It's literally like people, like, and it's mind boggling because I said to my aunt, did she present y'all with any evidence? In them interview, did y'all see, like, was any documented evidence proven? Like, did she submit anything that showed that the information she's putting out there is legitimate? And she like, I don't remember. And I'm like, no, you don't remember because you didn't see it. And that's the whole point. I've been pushing, like on my private pages and stuff, I've been literally pushing this information out. Like, if it's not any proof, if there's no evidence being presented, how do y'all just take word of mouth? And it's easy. I know we're very sympathetic when it comes to victims.
I think we got to realize too, though, people, we definitely have to leave room for people who are going to believe it anyway, because the facts have been dropping this whole time, and people still believe what they want to believe. So you got people who trolls by nature, they don't give a damn. Then you got people who already have whatever bias they have toward Larry. So there's that. Then you got people who really don't care enough to believe one thing over the other. And to be honest, because Larry said something very powerful to me. He said, the people that believe this are not my tribe anyway. So I really don't give a damn. He was like, the people that are not, these people are not my tribe. My tribe are the people that I have and the people that continue to gravitate toward me. This other group of people are not even my people to begin with.
Yeah, I can go with that. I ain't gonna stay ramble on longer. But I honestly feel Larry on. I wish he would have.
But I understand where you're coming from in terms of like, it would be so ideal and so nice if people were fact-based. It would be so nice if people could separate bias from reality, but oftentimes we are biased consumers and we use our pre-existing biases to prejudge situations and to make things fit the way we want them to fit to support our biases. And people should be more mature than that, especially when it relates to things around like crime and things of a serious nature. And these aren't just like high school knickknacks and high school immature narratives going around, but shit that really can be potentially injurious. But I can tell you this, Rumors and Tea, I've seen a lot of stuff that the public has not seen, I'm going to be very curious to know how many apologies is Dr. Reed going to get when it's all said and it's all done.
Yeah. So for me,
because the facts are on his side.
On his side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A public perception is not. But when the things that come, I'm gonna be very interested. I already know what to expect. I know these whores on here are not built to repent and repair, even when they've been exposed for what they are. Even when the truth has been provided and revealed fully, people do not recant, people do not retract, people just go on like they wasn't a part of the problem.
Yeah.
But I'm still gonna be very, very curious to see what the attitude is gonna be when the truth is finally actualized.
Yeah, and I just want to say this last thing. I urge, you don't have to do it, but I personally have started doing this when this nonsense started. I have literally unfollowed, unsubscribed, and I literally will not watch content. I mean, I respect everybody's right to believe what they want to believe, but when it becomes a witch hunt, because that's what it's feeling like to me, on these YouTube streets, it's a witch hunt. I literally will not support anyone that is assassinating, that is willingly participating in an assassination. I feel like that makes you guilty by association. And I urge people to really think about that, like search within yourselves and ask yourself, like, if your favorite content creator is coming from a place of biasness and is not presenting, as Reckless said, I think the last live, if they're not presenting you with facts, then you need to question that person, because they're showing you they're not integral. And I get, most people we, follow for, shits and giggles, basically, right? But this is really serious. This is a very cancerous, toxic situation. And I'm just going to leave it there. Prayers out to Larry and all the victims of Trashy K, because she is a cancer in our community.
Yeah. And I want to say thank you to you, Arumazin T, for being fact-based and for using your platform to push the facts. That's something that Sherelle's World is also doing as well. So I really appreciate those of you who are content creators who still may have whatever opinion y'all have, but y'all are also being fair. Y'all are also presenting the left and the right. Y'all are also presenting the proof that is there. Because it would be one thing if there wasn't no proof and we're just in a position where we have to take one person's word for another. But there's one person who is literally lying on a foundational level. And it's literally being proven. There are literally narratives that are completely debunked, like the one that Dr. Reed has HIV, when we've presented 4 HIV tests since 2014 that show that he's not positive and never tested positive ever in his life. There's a literal phone calls and screenshots of Unhinged lying, like when she called the doctor back in December 6th at 11:15 at night, and then went on her platform and said that Dr. Reed submitted his dismissal motion to the courts in his litigation with Levantre as a result of that threatening phone call she made. But then you have the court records that says that Larry's motion to have his case dismissed was dismissed the day before she called him, not after she called him. There's literally text messages, Facebook DM messages between the doctor and Levantre, where Levantre establishes the timeline in which he met the doctor, which corroborates the timeline that's established in Larry's lawsuit against Levantre. These are all in court records. There's a police report that Levantre has been touting around that has led to an open investigation against the doctor since 2018. First of all, no police investigation is going to last that long. And then, 2, the Raleigh Police Department was subpoenaed in 2021 during Larry's lawsuit with the YouTuber who interviewed Levantre, who also touted this lie that there was an open investigation. Come to find out, there's no such thing, and there never was. Larry's name isn't even in the database. There was never even an investigator assigned to a police report that doesn't even have his name on it. These are all receipts that I have plastered, that I've pushed through the platform over and over and over again. Anybody can screenshot them. I just dumped a lot of shit into my Patreon, etc. And these people are up here yabba dabba doing one of they goddamn dick sucker about a narrative, but the only person who has the narrative is Unhinged and the accuser. Larry actually has the facts. The facts. So, provable lies happening, and to your point, you know, unfortunately, we know that, and this is why the court of public opinion is something that Larry ain't really worried about. Because he know the court of public opinion is dumb. He know that the court of opinion runs with feelings and emotions and biases and all type of shit. So he'll have his day in court to be vindicated and will continue to go on and live his rich, wealthy ass motherfucking life in front of these hoes who will never have the power to actually bring him down. And anybody who is seeking the goddamn truth, they already are where the truth is, which is right here. And they also report on that as well, and appreciate and also remind and listening audience of all of that evidence. But people are really out here yabba dabba doing as if there isn't evidence. Yeah, there's no evidence on Levantre's part. There totally is on the doctor's part. So if you're gonna say his name, also run the facts sitting beside him. But I appreciate you, Limits and T.
Love and light to everyone. I'm dropping down.
All right, babes. That was Rumors and Tea. You guys make sure that you subscribe to Rumors and Tea on YouTube, as well as follow Rumors and Tea on Instagram. Now, to Rumors and Tea point two, I have unsubscribed from a lot of people, and I will stay unsubscribed. And if any one of these dumbass hoes jump their ass out of the window, just like in Trans Wiggins' case, bitch, I'm going to drag to smithereens on period, because I don't give no fuck, and I only have loyalty to one person, and it's the actual victim in this case. These hoes are weird, like I told y'all, and I'm glad that y'all can see that a lot of these hoes are just weird for yourselves, okay? So now y'all wonder, so now y'all understand more about CTV be over on CTV Nation, and we be doing us, honey, okay? Y'all don't be seeing me mingling with a bunch of other content creators and forming YouTube ships and all of that shit. I biggity bounced away from that shit all last year, honey. High and by, okay? And you got to be one exceptional motherfucker at this point for me to actually lean into a situation. But there are some really great content creators out here. But there are also some real raggedy bitches out here too. Some of them are super obviously raggedy. Some of them are more covert raggedy. They try to act like they cool. They're really not. Okay, so also beware of the covert too. The coverts might be the ones that go over your head. But if you just pay real close attention, you're like, yeah, bitch. You a raggedy bitch. You a dirty bitch. You a snake, bitch. You try to keep your facade together, bitch. But you're just oozing and reeking poison. Really. And all you gotta do is just listen. It all comes up and out, girl. There are just some girls who think that they're smarter than you. They think that they're doing a good job with their concealer. Welcome to the platform, Miss Williams. Can you hear me, love?
Hey,
Hey.
yes, how you doing? Hey,
I am doing
cuties.
awesome. How are you doing?
I'm good. CTV and Conscious. Good to see you all.
You too.
So with Cardi, this is the case where she jumped on the girl for messing with her husband, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I guess I've never had no dick that was that good
Oh, period.
to jump on somebody. I mean, I've been in fights, but not because of that. It was more so because the woman disrespected me personally. I guess it is disrespect sleeping my man, but if he a whore, he's a whore. It is what it is. She has to deal whatever that is, whatever comes from that particular case. She has to deal with. I have to agree with was it Rumors and Tea that was talking about unfollowing people
Mhm.
who just choose not to look at any facts in these situations, especially the one with Larry Reed. Like I told you before, I am an
Mhm.
LRLer, and I came to you from him. And so, I just don't really listen to him. I mean, I used to listen to the X-Men team, and I
Mhm.
never was subscribed to K, but
Mhm.
I will look at videos every so often. And I just don't like how obviously high school they
Mhm.
are making this medium, especially when kids are going on TV saying some little girl was on. They let little kids do the weather here where I'm from in Chicago on this
Mhm.
particular show. And they asked the little black girl, "Well, what do you want to be when you grow up?" "Oh, I want to be a YouTuber." So kids are saying they want to be a YouTuber, and y'all on here with this bullshit. Like seriously, you old ass niggas. Like for real, for real.
Mhm.
And I don't want. I got a 2-year old. I'm an old
Mhm.
ass lady with a 2-year old. Anyway, it was the pandemic, so I am afraid that she's gonna grow up looking at this like, oh, that's what I want to do, and it's like, no, 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 no. You can do this, but it's a whole nother rule book, a whole etiquette book that has to be written. I don't know if you're writing all this down to conscious, so publish your book.
Mhm.
But when younger kids
Part.
want to get into this, so it could be some
Yeah.
guidelines set
I
because
be
it's
giving
horrible.
I be giving a whole lot of tips away, like I be telling, like just follow, like it's just, when you have a purpose and you know what you're doing and why you came to do it, that's essentially the very thing that's going to save you. I think a perfect example of that is
Mm-hmm.
Lovely T, who is in the same space as
Mm-hmm.
Hinge and a lot of us, and yet she's able to com- completely saturate herself in her brand. And every now
Mm-hmm.
and again, she'll slap a bitch around, just like every now and again, like I'll smack a bitch around. But what I find so funny about me smacking a bitch around is even if I ain't smacked a bitch around in a year, I smack a bitch around one time, and all of a
See,
sudden there needs to be a congressional hearing. but but
I
but
see.
but I know the reason why I get held more accountable for slapping a bitch around is because people really feel the sting of my slapping.
True. I'll say
And
that's true, but
and,
also
and they feel
you're a
like
light skinned pretty nigga.
I pack my hits pack a harder punch when I hit. So they hold me more accountable. Even if I don't let a bitch live. Even if I don't let a nigga live. Even if I don't let a nigga play in my face for God knows how long, and I've been over here being professional and minding my business and doing all of that and doing all of this. And then soon as I use my right to respond to a bitch who called it
Mm-hmm.
upon me, it's okay for that person to drag me. But when I respond,
Mm-hmm.
all of a sudden, it's got to be, a meeting at Congress, and you know, I need to be, we, y'all should be friends. No, like it's
No,
no,
I think.
and being professional. There's no such thing as professional on YouTube. Like YouTube
Mm-mm.
is all about what your brand is. Like, so my
Mm-hmm.
brand is a little ratchet. It's a little spiritual. It's a little entertainment based. It's a little intellectual. It's a whole lot of things. A whole
Yeah.
lot of things. So me swinging and banging on bitches is also encompassed in what I do, and I will be the one
Mm-hmm.
to decide when and who I want to respond to. That's my choice, not nobody else.
I, you're right, conscious. I also think some people feel like you shouldn't be responding back because you too cute. You too cute for all that. And I'm not being facetious. This is how I feel like
All the
some
more
people
reason,
look at people.
all the more reason why I gotta KO these hoes every now and again,
You have to. You have to keep them in their throat.
Because they be the cute ones who everybody be underestimating.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly why.
Because like I said on day before yesterday, when I was over here minding my business and his folk ran over here to let me know that I was dragged, I was like, oh, okay, I got dragged. Okay, I'ma see if y'all keep that same energy when I give him his 15 minutes. Okay, because since y'all want me to know that I got dragged. Okay, so then when I went live and I got dragged, all of the Trans Wiggins apologists were in the comment section. Oh my God, you didn't have to, and this was so harsh.
Mm-hmm.
Wait,
oh, I saw him.
Wait, it's harsh. Wait, you're crying now for the death of your leader. But as long as your leader was the only one talking shit, you boasted about him victimizing someone else. But then when the bullied got bullied, when the energy was reciprocated, and it was reciprocated in a more effective way, all of a sudden now there need to be peace in the Middle East. I don't understand. And then, to get as triggered up and get towed out of the frame and then have to run to Twitter to talk about clowns or niggas and wigs, etc. Like, girl, why are you paying attention to my platform, for one? Why are you in my comment section, for two? Like, you are mad because I'm deleting your apologists out of my comment section, but you're the same one who decided to block me before you went over to your platform and talked shit, which is why I couldn't cash app you $500 to get you a better wig for you to come out of the closet with. So it's okay for you to block me off your platform, which is your right. But I can't delete your apologists out of my comment section. Make it make sense. You got washed and your folk came over here crying for you, mourning for you, throwing flowers on your tombstone. And they were so upset because a smaller content creator did that. They felt embarrassed that you led the march. And because, look, like I said, I gave a very honest review. I gave a disclaimer before I did my review about the sit down between Storm and Trans Wiggins and Larry. I said, look, this is going to be a very honest review. I'm not going to hold back. I'm friends with Storm. My mentor obviously is here. And y'all already know I don't really care for the other one. But regardless, I'm about to get everybody that work in the room. And he had a right to respond. But my thing is, I didn't make my commentary purely shady. I actually made claims for what I said. I actually argued and provided context for why I felt the way that I felt about the way that conversation was handled around these allegations. He could have responded by actually responding to the claims. Instead, you decided to put on your antics and be. It
wasn't about the claim.
With the which only proves that I was correct, because you can't even refute what my actual claims were about your buffoonery in that interview, and the fact that you couldn't say nothing because your ass was caught to the carpet because of the facts. All you had was to attempt to be as glamorous as CTV and actually think that you was eating until you got ate. Until you got ate. And even though you went on station head and you were supposed to, you're not responding, that didn't even last for an hour before you were on Twitter making another reference to me because you triggered up bad. Why? I'm irrelevant, remember? I'm insignificant. I'm beneath you. Why? You're so triggered. And You know, once again, you know, it can even you didn't even have to get 8. You could have actually responded and said, "Look, this bitch over here had a perception." So let me tell y'all what my attitude and my psychology was about that sit down, and let me share da 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 da. But instead, you got a clown, and then you got clown, and I just think it's funny that it's a double standard when I play. But once again, I know that heavy is the head that wears the crown, and to whom much is given required. And I understand that my packs are gonna hit different, my punches gonna hit different. And you know, and that's why I don't even go there with most people anymore, because I know we're not gonna give the same. It's not gonna be equal. It's not gonna be an equal arena that we in. Even if you are a so-called larger content creator, like, your shit's still not gonna hit the same. Not when it comes to a drag fest, not when it comes to the Reading Rainbow, not when it comes to the doors of the library being open. We're not gonna exist, we're not gonna be equals on that playing field. So that's why I don't even respond to most people, because I don't even want to chew nobody up. That's why I even tell my supporters, don't send me shit. Don't send me shit, because once I feast, like once I beef, I'm gonna feast on the bitch until there's nothing left, and then and then everybody's gonna be polarized. So just don't even give me the content. Let's just moving along, and let's just keep it cute. But you know, I don't. My opinion is my opinion, and he could have responded in a way that was substantive, because I didn't make shady comments. I just made very honest ones. I was very, very, very honest in my assessment. He got a right to also have an attitude about it, but don't treat my commentary like it was just straight shade. I made arguments and points about my perception of that interview. And if you were going to respond, you could have also really spoke to that. And even some of his fans had to let me know that there was like, he did all that, girl. He took time. You got his ass dressed, and yet he still didn't refute or even speak to your observations, which made a lot of them scratch their head like, okay, well, CTV must have been on it then, bitch, because you ain't have nothing to say in your response. So, case closed. But yes,
Well, case closed. That's why you get that's why you get subscribers and all that good stuff. And so keep doing what you're doing, honey.
Thank you, Bo.
And stay cute.
Thank you, love. Thank you.
Bye bye.
That was Miss Williams, you guys, honey. Okay. Shout out to Cardi B for you know, for the vulnerability, man. She got her lawsuit, she got her win, and you know, you just can't get out here and put your mouth on people and do the most. Some folk gonna let it slide, like, you know, some people gonna Beyonce that shit, you know. And I still stand by the fact that if I was Cardi, I'm not sure if I would have sued her, because Cardi B has even a larger platform than Unhinged, bitch. I would have went the cheap route, bitch. Okay, I would have presented my STD results, if that's something that I even felt like I needed to clear up, to a bunch of motherfuckers I'm not fucking anyway. And then I would have commenced to dragging that bitch on my global platform. Okay. I'm not sure if I would have spent millions of dollars to fight a bald head worthless hoe in the court system over lies. I just would have used my platform effectively to discredit that hoe, presented the goddamn facts, and would have drug her ass to goddamn smithereens for fucking free. For free, baby. Okay, for that free 99, baby. Because between Cardi's fan base and the length of her platform and celebrity, and the way that her own mouth is set up, baby, I would have been able to make it work, bitch. What about you, Reckless?
Girl, when it comes to Unhinged, I think everything happens for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. That's the reason why everything happened with Von Ray on your platform. That happened for a reason, and that's the reason why it didn't destroy him, because it knew everything was gonna happen the way that it's happening now. I think everything happened for a reason, and I think that's why when it came down to Cardi B, it happened the way that it happened. That's the reason why it didn't destroy her, because the universe and God knew that the stuff that happened with her and Larry Reed was going to happen. So it all comes back full circle. So yeah, go to the court. I think it's awesome that she went to the court because now it's documented that she's a liar.
Period. Angela Carter says, I think you're being harsh. He only playing to his strengths. I think it's the excuses for me. But cool. You think my response was harsh. I think the way he behaved in front of his so-called friend Larry around these allegations was really harsh and tacky as well. I think that was harsh. Yeah. If a conversation is what he wanted, we could have had a conversation, but he wanted to be funny, and I wanted to join in on all the fun. And I got a whole lot more fun left for any bitch who want to be funny. Let me see here. Eddie Ed says, I still remember in January feeling bad because I felt something was shaky with the large head ladies' claims, and boom, here we are. Yeah, and see, Star Marie was smart enough to take her goddamn minimum wage, baby, get her ass a goddamn Greyhound and haul her ass down there to Mexico, bitch, okay? And to let Unhinged girl deal with the fallout. And then Star miraculously shows back up, girl, in the States, honey, after litigation done wrap, girl, after judgments done effectively went out, baby, and all of a sudden, baby, okay, she back on the clock, honey, okay. Unhinged should have took one. She took one out, and I really think that Unhinged thought that her First Amendment rights, her constitutional rights, was going to get her ass off. Baby, there's consequences to free speech. It's not as free, girl. It really needs, the way it needs to be phrased is potentially free speech. Because that's really what it is, honey. It's free speech until somebody holding your ass accountable for that fuck shit.
I said that.
And when you say it, you may or may not get away with it. A person may or may not hold you accountable. So it really needs to be called potential free speech.
And like the thing, and I keep telling people that, I said you got to be mindful. Like, yes, we do have free speech, but that does not mean there aren't rules and regulations and also a contract. And you must read that fine print of, yes, you do have free speech, but everything, once again, has context. You can say what you want, but that does not mean other things do not follow. That's the reason why everybody in this live in America has the right to threaten the president. But we also know if you threaten the president, what happens after the fact? You're going to get locked the hell up. We also know people can literally threaten and say they're going to do harmful things to a school. You can say those things, but that does not mean that consequences does not happen, like will not happen. You can say, I'm going to blow up said place and make a threat, but that does not mean no investigation will not happen. So
it doesn't mean that the goddamn Secret Service ain't gonna pull up to your ass and put you in the back of the paddy wagon, baby.
Yes, like you can say what you want, but
you can pull the fire alarm in the hallway of the school, girl. It don't mean that you won't be expelled and charged accordingly for doing so. But you do have the freedom to do it. You can choose your poison and your consequences, baby. Okay? And roll the dice on whether you will or won't get away with some shit. Okay? And, it's just a consistent pattern of what Unhinged did to Von Ray by trying to weaponize sexual assault against him. What she tried to do to Storm by trying to elude that he was a predator as well. What she did to Bobby Lights by weaponizing a false HIV allegation against him when they got into a tiff. Now she's doing the same thing as it relates to Larry. She employing both of her common weapons, a STD claim and a predatorial narrative, and it's the same shit over and over and over again. And she did it in Cardi B's case with the STI claim. These are her psychotic, menacing pathologies. And this is why she tired. This is why she lost credibility to begin with. This is why people just reduced her to satire media. It's literally where you go for fake news. You know that what you're listening to is absurd, it's ridiculous, it's exaggerated, and it is fundamentally more rooted in salaciousness for the sake of entertainment than it is any useful information. And then she got mad when she got lumped in that category. Like, yeah. And of course, even a broke clock can be right twice a day. So every night again, she's hit on something, like the R. Kelly shit. But hell, even that's being challenged at this point, you know. And even her behavior in there was illegal. So
what's crazy about her her channel and stuff, and people saying, you know, it's a broke clock, it could be right, it's the fact that when everything happened with her channel, I was saying the early, and I know for a fact we had this conversation, but I believe we had this conversation also on live as well. And I said that the issue that I have with Tasha is that if you know something is wrong or you was wrong about something, it's nothing like your credibility will skyrocket if you come back and say, yo, that's not the truth. You know, I was told this, I found that that's not true, I had to take it down. Like, that will make your credibility skyrocket. And the fact that she didn't do that, and I forgot what the situation was that came out not to be true, but she continued to run the narrative. And for me, that was the telling sign, oh yeah, she not to be trusted. Because of course, us bloggers, content creators, even journalists, people that's in journalism, they make mistakes. We all make mistakes. Shit, it's things that I misspoke on some of my videos.
And it's when you can be honest about that, that maintains your credibility and value. People are not looking for perfection. People are just looking for integrity. So people make space for mistakes. Just like when I was on Sherelle's World, and I had misspoke about Eric Adams in an article that I was referencing, and when I became aware that I had misunderstood what was said at a certain point in the article, I went back and commented under that video and said I had misunderstood what I read, etc. Corrected myself, went on about my goddamn business.
And even that is why. And that also goes to why
there either there have been stories on this platform that I've covered, and I've had to come back and say, okay, we found out this, and this, and this, and this, blah, 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 blah.
Yep.
I like, it's not you're not going to be perfect at coverage, because especially if you're reporting in real time, because stories also develop. So things are bound to change, things are bound to shift, things that were presented as true today might be debunked by tomorrow. And you have to just, and your job is not to always appear right. Your only job is to appear integral. And to be integral, not to be perfect, but to be integral. And if you change your mind on some shit to say why you change, like, let me tell you how crazy reckless people are. Matter of fact, hold on, let me see if I can share my screen, because it's on my community wall. I think it's underneath that post about a sledgehammer head's message to Vaughn. Let me see. Hold on, I'm scrolling to the
drop the link, please.
Make sure that you guys,
when you get a chance.
Who's trying to come up?
JB.
And whoever is about to come up, this is your opportunity to come up, because we about to wrap. So anybody got something to say, you better hit the link now, or forever hold your peace. Let me, because I was just like, are y'all okay? Hold on. Oh, okay, yeah, here it is. Okay, so let me share my screen and pull up my community wall. Somebody commented underneath the Kelsey. The Kelsey, come to find out, sledgehammer head screenshot, and said, this was from Miss Mamas, who said, I'm trying to remember. Wasn't CTV on Sledgehammer Head's side and crying for her when this went down? ? What changed? I commented and said I sure was when I practiced believing the victim first. When Von Ray was the one fresh out of prison and not Sledgehammer Head, etc. Now that I have lived through the mess and I know what the truth is, and I'm allowed and will live in the knowledge I have now. And this is exactly why I would never believe the victim first again. But I think it's funny that there's almost this attitude that people, it's like they want you to double down in something that you now feel was incorrect and just be committed to that for the sake of what, an ego? No, girl, that's not how I fucking operate. As I journey through things and power through things, I will be informed accordingly. And as new information is introduced to me, I will appropriate my mind to suit that. I'm not committed to a narrative. I'm committed to truth, period. And if I start off one way and end up another, that's the way it's supposed to fucking be. If you're actually taking the journey genuinely. So where you start, you might also end where you start. Or you may end up on a whole nother side of the field. But once again, you only get to the other side by taking an honest journey there. So am I supposed to continue to act like Sledgehammer Head was right? Just because I had her back initially? No. When she proved to be a wicked, menacing bitch, just like her boss, get away from me with this Apollo, is what it is. Why would I continue to have her back after knowing what I know? Why would I continue to have her back after now have gone through what I've gone through? Why would I have her back after everything that that the universe has allowed me to be shown? Why would I still maintain my initial attitude? Why? And then how fucking problematic is that to do? Like, people are fucking wild. Like, wild as fuck. Welcome to the platform, baby mother, and welcome to the platform, JB. Baby mother, what's going on? What are your thoughts?
Hey, Conscious.
Hey.
I just want. Oh, hey, Reckless Boo. Sorry. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing well. How about yourself? What's going on?
Wonderful. So no, I just wanted to just chime in a little bit and just tell you, like, Conscious, you are definitely getting under these bitches' skin. I don't really watch Armand, but here and there. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Trans Wiggins. I'm so sorry. Trans Wiggins. I don't really watch Trans Wiggins like that, but just to see him actually dress up as you is such a, to me, in my opinion, it's such a compliment.
It was.
For you, because I'm like,
I'm gonna tell you the biggest too. I made it to the main platform too. Like, yes. not only did CTV inspire you, bitch, to go assemble an entire, like, you actually had to go fetch this shit. You had to go purchase. Or maybe you already had this shit because you secretly fucking cross-dress any damn way. But whatever the case is, honey, I made you have to work. And I can't recall not one time in my YouTube career as it relates to a hater where a bitch made me work like that.
Yes.
I mean, one time in the last 3-4 years that my ops made me work. When I saw that I made that bitch get out of that closet, come up out of that closet, that bitch had to look in the mirror, that bitch had to slap a wig on, that hoe had to assemble her parts, baby. I said, wow, like this, like, and that's why I was going to reward her for being that press. I was trying to cash app her and everything, but she already had me blocked up before she went over there and talked shit. So,
I mean,
and then baby mother, I made it to the main platform. Now that bitch has always took pride in dragging every bitch that don't mean nothing to them on station head. But I'm like, not only did I make you address, bitch, you have to address me on the platform that you actually respect, which is your YouTube page, girl.
Yeah.
Because I really didn't even have to respond separately because clearly I had already won the war.
Clearly. You know how many people fought for that?
Victory spoke for itself. But I just wanted to just, but I'm a Scorpio. So once again, we sink our teeth in.
Yes. You know how many people fought for acknowledgement on that platform? How many people are still swinging?
Still are.
They have been fighting for that acknowledgement, but you made this man get all the way dressed, all the way out of character, and did a whole show.
And I don't even. And speaking of those people that you're talking about, I don't send no voice notes. I don't tag nobody. I don't be in nobody comment section. I don't at nobody. I don't do none of that. Like, we just be over here and in our sphere of existence, honey. And so to have these girls that pressed and to have gotten that level of acknowledgement and to not even have worked for it at that, my God, he actually did his total disservice.
I would be so flattered. I mean, that is so cute. That is so cute. But I mean, it just goes to show you that, like, in life and even on the YouTube streets or whatever, it's just the numbers and everything. It don't really matter. It's the impact that you have behind that. And the fact that you have we get a little bit of everything over here. This is why I enjoy your channel so much, is because we get a little bit of everything. And the quality behind it, the conversations, everything it's so diverse and so impactful. It's like you don't have no other choice but to win and but to get under bitch's skin like that. And they honestly don't have the intellect that you have. They don't have. I mean, you dragged him for filth, and I just peeped around, being nosy and saying, okay, let's see who else got something to say. None of them to compare. I'm like, that's all you got is the F-bombs and the this and the that and the wig.
Hey, hold on. And the F-bomb, and you are a part of the community. It's a self-hate for me. It's a self-hate for me.
Oh, God. It's
the how can you employ I didn't even, because I'm going to be honest, I didn't even watch the commentary. When I had shared the screen, when we were talking about Krishan Rock, that was enough for me to just say what I needed to say. I didn't even have to listen to whatever the commentary was. So I haven't even listened to what he had to say. I just knew that clearly you addressing me. Okay, so let me give you your 15 minutes. But for him to say, I'm not shouting the F word, because people have considered him transphobic. That's why I called him trans-wiggins, because this ain't the first time he done been in a wig, for one. And I just want him to be comfortable being a feminine man. I really believe that he believes he's masculine, or that he has like some type of passing privilege, but he also jumps out of the window with his femininity. And I'm just like, you seem to have an issue with trans women, and you seem to have an issue with feminine gay men. And it seems like you hate this part of yourself because you're rather feminine yourself, honey. Like, every opportunity you can to twerk, you do. Every opportunity to put on a wig under the guise of entertaining, when we know secretly it's because you got more feminine energy than what you are comfortable with. And you got some issues, boo, that you need to just really deal with. So I'm happy that I could be the reason why you came into contact with as much of your feminine energy as that you actually have. Now I want you to run with that wisdom and come with yourself.
And it's funny because, like you said, you got all that full free promotion because everybody was in the chat saying your name. When I peeked over there, like, I'm like, do they not realize what they're doing? I mean, oh my God! I said,
I live for it. I fucking live for it, LB. It's just so funny to me. But to be honest, when I gave the initial review, in my mind, I was like, if there's going to be a response, probably going to be like a real response. Not like a fuck you bitch response.
Yeah.
But because once again, my commentary was actual commentary.
Right.
I actually gave commentary and gave a genuine review and analyzation of what I felt, of how deftone the room was and how raggedy this conversation was held on all their parts. So,
Definitely.
you know, the fact that he had nothing to say to that, because it's true. And he helped to embarrass his friend. He helped to embarrass the person he claimed he support. You know, it is what it is, you know.
But Conscious, that's the thing. Like, again, you have your platform to is very diverse and to actually help people. Of course, you get the entertainment throughout of it, but it's actually it's a genuine platform where you want to help people to heal and feel safe. People like that, like Trans Wiggins, is just purely entertainment. It's for a click and a view, and that's all. And he has his right to do that, but at the same time, it just shows the lack of intellect that he has, because again, a response, a genuine and more critical response would have been to just counteract what you said, not go on there and just bash and dress up like and play dress up. Like that's it's just crazy, and it kind of shows the moral compass, in my opinion. Like, it's just for clicks and views, and clearly you're not built off of that. So that's my take on that. And then also like with Tasha, Unhinged with Budweiser, with Budweiser K. I used to be like a really big supporter of her, subscribe to the app and everything for a while, and just to see how everything. I'm glad I found your channel, because that kind of just slowly but surely, like, that's one of the worst things she could have did, was to bump into you, because you have really exposed her for everything that she is. And I know people have said it throughout the past. I was not much of a believer with it, but to see how you broke it down and to see how it all played out, how God orchestrated everything, it just confirmed it. And if people don't want to really see that, or don't think that that's important and why you following somebody, that's really sad. But whatever. Everybody has their own right. But that's all I wanted to say.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for that, baby mother. I love you. And thank you for the support. I agree. Welcome to the platform, JB, and then Jordana and the missus. Hey, JB, can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes. Welcome to the platform. What's going on?
Thank you very much. Hello, everyone. Thanks for having me up. This is only my second time ever talking on anybody's panel, and unfortunately, it's been because of the situation, because I've been bouncing around from room to room listening to it, and honestly, it's just disturbing. And I just wanted to put something out there. Nobody is critically thinking, and nobody is actually processing what they're actually saying, because they're being hypocritical in every word and every statement they make. They'll say, think about the victim, but they don't remember all the heinous things that happened to Doctor. And I'm not saying who's right, who's wrong, or anything like that, because the thing is, I know that I don't have all the evidence, and I wasn't in those places, so I can't say that. But everybody is like attaching their emotions to, oh, I'm loyal to this person, or I'm loyal to trying to get some new followers, so I'm gonna act like I'm loyal to this person and say this and go on this side with this. And what they don't realize is that they're affecting everybody more so by doing that and putting all this stuff out there. The way they talk about it, the way they talk about the details, the way they discredit this person over this person, the way they play the court of public opinion game, it hurts the people involved in this situation, but it also hurts people who have been through this situation like these, because they're bringing it up and like they're laughing, they're weaponizing it. It's re-traumatizing all those other people, and it's sad that nobody's thinking about that. I think they forget the art of war. The fact is, it's about divide and conquer, and all they're doing is dividing each other. And the war was initiated by somebody that doesn't even like the community. And she has ignited a fire to polarize the community. It's the same tactic and the same system that they did with America and around the world and they make us go against each other, divide and conquer. It's a divisive system. It's oppressive. And we keep on perpetuating this system because we won't allow each other to talk, speak, or listen to each other. We're going to say, my side is right and your side is not because of this and that, this and that, this and that. But actually, everybody is right. And if everybody listened to each other, y'all could come up with a bigger picture rather than a piece of a corner.
Right. Right. And you know what?
So
listening to you in an ideal world, that type of balance could actually exist. Like in an ideal world, I could imagine that Levante could come forward, make these claims, and then have access to bloggers who were integral and who were interested in facilitating the situation, the facts, the
absolutely,
and the claims on both ends.
Right, because he's playing the game too, him and his family. Because if they think about it, Tasha's field that she came from, the lady's field that she came from, because I don't like calling names, she came from public relations and marketing. She knows what she's doing. She knows that even if it is proven that this is not wrong, she has damaged the reputation and has put a dent in the brand already, and it's going to be lasting. And that's dangerous to do and put that energy out there. That's crazy.
And that's why it was so important to talk about the Cardi B situation, because she knew those things were not true about Cardi, but because this was about a click and a view and this was about her bottom dollar, of course she didn't give a damn that she was collecting a paycheck and growing her own platform at the expense of Cardi B's reputation.
And she's playing the corporate game. That's what she's doing. She's playing the corporate game. That's what they do.
Capitalistic and corporate game, and
they'll just pay it off.
Yeah,
they don't care. Yeah, that's what she's doing with this.
And now she's at the same time, that was her gift and her curse, because doing just that is what led her into a $4 million judgment. Yep. And now all of that hard work and all that coin got to be split several ways as a result. Which is why she mad as hell that she had to put even this interview on YouTube, because she initially put it on the app, but the app ain't popping. So she didn't want to do it on Google AdSense because Cardi got access to Google AdSense. So even though she gonna make her money, Cardi B gets her percentage out of that.
But that's why she does it. That's why she's only gonna put a percentage of things up there, because that's what you can get this pot, because the other pot is much bigger. The other pot you can't find. It's a big. She done walked up the steps trying to step into the upper echelon, and the things they do to get around and move and maneuver. If you ain't stepping right, you gonna trip and fall, and they ain't gonna pick you up. They actually gonna throw you back down the steps. So everybody's playing a real dangerous game, trying to capitalize off of people's ignorance or willingness to be ignorant. And I just feel like it's disgusting, especially when it's like it's obvious what you're doing.
Yeah,
you're being controversial over here and saying things that you don't even know what you're talking about, or you're saying things that you know people are gonna come over here and see what you say, but you're also damaging people. If you are really caring about victims, him, her, everybody else, and the other people, you're really trying to save people, then you would be considering all the victims and how you present this. You would say, let the courts get all the information and watch the case and like you do everything else.
And why not go to the court? Like, why claim to be an advocate for victims and then you exploit the accusations and the accuser by monetizing off of the accusation? And I
exactly.
Now Levante ain't even seen a cut of what she's making. He did this interview for free. His family took time to open up their home and their house for free.
That's that whole promise that if you do it with me, I'm gonna get you something. Watch. You see how my platform hits. You know they ain't gonna let this. I'm gonna go hard. You know I can get them to do it. That's what it is. That devil on the shoulder stuff. And that's why you gotta be careful who you speak to and who you let in your energy and your space. And you got to check your space when you walk away from
what's also funny? what's sad, and I just realized this today, because people think that Larry could have avoided this with Unhinged. The reality is, having proximity to her only actually prolonged something she was going to do anyway. Because
once the connection was made, it was sent into the atmosphere, and it was bound to come back at some time.
The evilness.
Because she was going to, she needed a reach. She needed to be rejuvenated. She needed something, and her friendship to him only slowed her down. It only slowed her down from something that she was going to do with his story anyway, because there's a few pastors that are going to be incorporated into this PPP situation. Allegedly, Bishop Bernard Jordan is going to be included in that. I don't even know if she wants that level of spirituality, because he can really put an old nasty curriculum on her ass successfully. And more than likely, Clefo Dollar probably coming. More than likely, John Gray is coming. More than likely.
Hold up. You didn't say John Gray.
John Gray. Because, she has reported on him, a few times before. But now that she's doing a series that's literally dedicated to pastors and all of this and shit, I'm sure he's going to be incorporated. But more importantly, and interestingly, watch at some point she's going to sabotage her association with Bishop Whitehead, so that she can also sink her teeth into all the content that's there. Because
absolutely,
a whole real life series all by its damn self.
I mean, like, this is my thing. I never try to pass judgment on anybody, even if I might think something myself. I allow them to, operate in that, and then I can make that call. But if you see somebody moving a certain way all the time, why welcome that energy? She's transactional, and she says she doesn't have friends, and she's broken, and that's the crazy part. She's broken with power. That's the most dangerous people. I'm not gonna sit here and associate myself with that. So these people who keep aligning to try to take somebody else down, and they align with the devil, it's like he ain't gonna let you go.
Yeah.
It's like you don't welcome the energy. Like I said, once you made that connection and that you tapped into that energy, you put that out in the atmosphere. That energy was your world of energy, and it's gonna come back to you. That's the energy you generated in your space.
Yeah. Well, thank you for that, Jay. I appreciate that. That's great talking point.
No problem. I just wanted to put that out there that nobody's thinking critically, and it's crazy and it's mind-boggling to me.
Oh, it's a lot of dumb. It's a lot of dumb going on. It's definitely lots of quantifiable dumb going on for sure. But thank you for that, Jay. Jordana, and then finally Queen. Are you there, Joy?
I'm here. What's up?
What's going on, love?
I'm good. Happy New Year to you and Reckless and everybody on the panel.
Thank you, boo. Happy New Year to you and the missus.
Thank you. I will definitely tell her when she gets home. So two things really. I remember when you first started covering the TL trial.
Yeah.
And I came up here and I said the biggest problem that we're gonna have with this trial is that a lot of people lack certified knowledge. And when I said that, it might have come off harsh, but I think my point was proven in that the way we think in our day-to-day life about how court cases go and how we think, not me, but I'll just say the Black community in general thinks that doesn't translate to a courtroom. And because a lot of YouTubers took their street knowledge and applied it to a courtroom, you got all this outrage when the verdict came back. And the only recourse they could do is a conspiracy, because you had your head up your ass and not in reality. You're just thinking whatever you want to come up with based on how you perceive, and because you've been shot, you assume every shooting victim is the same and everything like that. And I say that to say the same applies when people lack integrity in their private life. They typically will reflect that in their professional life, which for some is YouTubers. And when you lack integrity and you misguide people, you're still responsible for that. When you open your mouth on a public platform and you exercise your quote freedom of speech, there is a cost to that. You really, like, it's free to make a YouTube channel. Great. So now you can talk. But if you use that freedom to harm people, they have an absolute right to come after your ass. And because a lot of people lack integrity in general, they take advantage of this microphone that they get on YouTube. And that unfortunately affects people, because we know that groupthink happens when there's a good amount of publicity to a particular way of thinking. And once people get down that rabbit hole, some of them, they just can't be brought back because there's no facts, there's no science that's going to change their mind. And that's one reason why I still fuck with you, Conscious, because you can change your mind. Like, you give yourself the freedom to say, this is what I said yesterday, or this is what I said 20 minutes ago, but based on actual facts and not the facts that people use now, because I think it kind of fucked up. Facts are kind of like, oh, you heard 20 people say it, so now it's a fact. No, it's actually not. Like, that doesn't make it a fact, right? So, like, you know what I mean when I say actual fact, right? So that's a sign of maturity, though. Somebody that says something and then just goes down with it, even if it's absolutely wrong, there's a great cost to that. And so that's why I respect you, and I still follow you, and I still will send you some coins, because you have that's integrity to me. When you can be corrected and you can take that and you marinate on it, and you come back and you say, okay, I got
even
that.
with the R. Kelly stuff, I realized, Jordan, I was like, okay, wait a minute. I'm way too loud about something that I know I honestly also have not paid a lot of attention to.
Right.
So let me get access to these transcripts. Let me see what's going on. Let me get in it. And then let me see if I return back to my initial thoughts. But but you can't have any quality perception or understanding of a thing if you're not even affording yourself to really be educated, because you're leading from a bias already.
Correct.
And so so then I'm just like, okay, well, let me also be, let me be as fair as I can, even in R. Kelly's situation, in terms of, like, obviously R. Kelly is guilty of things, but if the argument is the way the case is being handled in the criminal justice system is raggedy, then okay, cool, because I can two things can be true at once. R. Kelly can be guilty of stuff, and the criminal justice system could be operating in a way that's unethical, and that doesn't allow him to also effectively undergo due processing. And there is no excuse for the criminal justice system to be raggedy, even when it comes to somebody like R. Kelly, because to make the exception for him, it's terrifying, because it justifies the system being raggedy when it sees fit, and also based upon those same respectability politics that also can be littered with racism, that can be littered with misogyny, that can be littered with all type of other insidious whatevers. And I don't need the system being raggedy. If I ever have to go before this system, I need it to be integral enough to judge me accordingly and as factually as possible, and to operate in a way that allows the truth to have an opportunity to stand for itself.
Right.
So
and that's why I respect you. Yeah, that's why I respect you. And I think that's that's really what's missing, I think, on YouTube in general, when it comes to like any like polarizing topic, is that once people are committed to one side, they kind of just veer on that side always. And then they just you can't open your lens to see that there could be validity in like a technicality in a case and it being dismissed or dropped does not imply innocence. Like, it's not the same thing. And because people can't like actually consider that, that's what causes a problem within our community, like the Black community, is that we assume, okay, the charges were dropped or it was settled, that means somebody's innocent. And it's like, no, like, talk to an actual lawyer, not people who come online and say they're lawyers, but like actually talk to one and ask them what is the context of fragments, what is the context of settling, what is the context of this, that, and the third. We just got to learn. And thankfully you have no problem going on Google and pulling up something and teaching people, but a lot of people don't do that. So I had to come up here and at least say thank you for that. And that's why your ass won't end up in, down the toilet like some other YouTubers who will eventually end up down there, because they're trash. And I don't even entertain them. I can only tolerate intelligence. I have no room for the other stuff. So I appreciate you. I'm gonna drop you some coins, and y'all have a good day.
You too, babes. That is Jordan and the Mrs.
That was beautiful.
Last but not least, honey, Miss Queen Barbara. Welcome to the platform.
I love you, King. How can I top that? How can I top that? I bet you I can. Let me tell you, first of all, I want to thank you for your patience, for your love, for allowing me on your platform. And it's good to see you in a good space, taking care of yourself right now today. First, what is the topic, King?
Cardi B. Wait a minute. I got a question for you, Queen Bob.
No, first, what's the topic? The
topic is about the question I'm about to ask you, but it's about Cardi B's most recent sit down with Jason Lee.
Okay, now, yeah, let me do this. I want to publicly eat crow.
Okay, see, hold on, see.
You ain't gonna get me. I'm gonna publicly eat crow.
Hold on, because I'm gonna let you rock, but that's exactly what I was gonna ask you about. So you about to walk right into it. So go ahead.
I'm gonna publicly, the blood of Jesus. I'm gonna publicly eat crow for Cardi B. I've said that on Cheryl's World. Yes, I did. That's the only baby I'll be shouting out is that King and Queen.
Amen.
I'm gonna publicly eat crow, my God, because this is disgusting. What's going on, Oh, and I got something to say. Since people want victims to have voices, this is my word before God. This is what I seen on my eyes. My YouTube page is apartments available in New York City. My full name is Barbara Coleman. You understand, of New York City. I publicly seen a man accusing Mr. Crooked Eye of R-ing them. Okay? And I want Nosy Ho. I want you to reach out to Nosy Ho and let her take this case, because she's a vicious queen. She's a vicious queen. Okay? Yeah. Let her take this case because she's a vicious queen.
Look,
wait a minute. No, I want you to publicly ask Nosy Ho to take this case. Because the Holy Spirit. Can I finish? Wait, silence. May I finish? Silence.
Silence. No job. I got enough shit on my plate to do. I ain't got time to have this shit on my plate.
Silence. Wait a minute. The Holy Spirit sent me to her page. She was begging for something messy. She was telling the people, she was saying, y'all know I like investigating stuff. I need something tough to investigate, y'all. So the eagle brought it to the queen, right on her nest. I need that, since we need to hear victim voices. Yeah.
I I got a question for you, Miss Barbara. So, cause I've been watching your platform and I saw you make a formal apology to Cardi B, and everybody knows how you initially felt about her. But what made you apologize to her?
The vindictiveness of Special K. The vindictiveness. The vindictiveness. If I'm going to be in a fight, I'm going to pick a side. And right now, I'm going to pick Cardi B's side. Yeah. And I'm going to tear that bitch up. Watch it. She's coming. It's going to be her turn next. But see, God got, you know, that situation. I'm just so frustrated that Mr. Larry King is going to spend more money to get behind for $1 million. How much you think this woman got? Like, why waste money like that? Why do that? Why do that? She ain't even get up for $1 million. When did that special?
Because it's not about money, babe. It's about principle.
No, but you can't be wasting your money like that. You can't be wasting your money. You can't.
He gonna make all that back, baby. He got talent. Man. He makes all that back. It ain't gone. Jesus. It's just gone for the moment. He makes all that back though. And you know, and he got it to do it with, you know, but he'll be good. But you know, it's all in principle.
I think I got a you know, I think I was I think there's somebody, I think Nosy Ho, there's a YouTuber that admitted they was using their channel to solicit sex. Come on, we gotta investigate, girl. We got things to do. Ooh, child, cook it out, Mississippi.
All right, Miss Barbara.
Oh, did you see these people trying to play you, King? My little poverty ass had to join them. I ain't gonna say the name, but they was trying to come against you. I said, baby, you look like Magilla Gorilla, and the other one looked like, girl, man, you gotta go see it.
But them be the ones who always mad, Queen.
But honey, let your people, they'll tell you I told it off, baby. I was right there.
Oh, no, I know how you win, Mill. I know how you get down in Barbara.
No, but you had to see how I made a public spectacle of them.
My God.
It's cute. You ain't see it for real?
No, I don't. Miss Barbara, I do not.
Child, listen, write down. Okay, this is I don't think you'll mind this one because I'm gonna match you and him up to do some things. ATA. Go look at his last thing. He talking about y'all was fighting. You and Amon was fighting, and only members was able to join.
We're not gonna be linking up on nothing because he talking about that we fighting over Larry. Is he dumb?
No, but that's why you gonna be so proud. You're gonna be so proud.
All right, I'll check it out.
Watch it. You're gonna be so proud. You're gonna crack up, baby. Baby, you gonna crack up.
I know. Miss Barbara, hold on. I got a genuine question for you. How much time do y'all think I have in a day? Between me being on here with y'all.
About that. You a minister. You don't have no time. Let me tell you something. The Holy Spirit named your church. You will be in the first one to start a congregational church on internet.
But I'm not the first one to do that, though, Miss Barbara. I ain't the first one to do that.
I'm the real one. Not with a bunch of hypocrites.
Okay.
Not with a bunch of hypocrites. Scorning souls.
All right.
I'm telling you what the Holy Spirit told me. I'm not ashamed of nothing.
I receive it.
Not playing no games.
I receive it fully, Miss Barbara.
For one time, I got to listen to Larry Reid. The prophet already said this was coming. But I'm telling you, it's coming in the real Holy Spirit name. Okay. Nobody's going to be shamed. Stop playing with me. The name of your church is Heaven on Earth. Hold on. I thought you was...
That's so nice. Heaven on Earth.
Heaven on Earth. Yeah, hold on. I'm going to show you. Because I wrote it down. I didn't know you ain't see the man, you're gonna have so much fun tonight when you go see that. You're gonna be so proud. I said, y'all child, please. Gave me this. The Holy Spirit gave me their whole platform. Oh, just like Cheryl's World. You gotta know it's your faithful servant, not that little thing up there. Your faithful servant right here.
Okay,
that was on Cheryl's World. No, let me finish. No. Because I'm gonna tell the truth. No. I was on Cheryl's World, right? I told Cheryl's World right then and there, shouted you out, told Cheryl's World to investigate you and everything. She said, Barbara, I'm going to investigate. Thank you.
And she's awesome.
Thank you. I set that up. Yeah, look at the tape. I want you to go back and see your tape while I was shouting you out. Working. I was working.
Yes, you're working, honey. Hold on.
I was
You're
working.
working.
But let me show you the name of your church because you're going to see it was already written down.
Heaven on earth.
Yeah.
And I got to get up out of here too. I got to get up out of here too,
All right. All right, so hold on. Wait. That's it. Hold on. Wait. Yup, CCTV. See the words? Okay, it says, going to have a heaven on earth church. That's it. Heaven on earth church. That's it. Heaven on earth. Yep.
I love it, child. That's the bomb.com. I receive it. And thank you for windmilling. Now, you don't have to be out there stressing yourself out, Miss Barbara, because
Honey, yes, I do. Yes, I do. Like I told y'all again, I'm here to announce we are in the revelation and the kings have risen. We are in the revelation and the kings have risen. It's going to be a new teaching. It's going to be a way of life. People are going to serve their God to make heaven on earth. We're not trying to convert nobody.
That's right.
If your God is God, you will receive the Holy Spirit. And reckless. Don't make me wreck you, boy, because I'm not playing. Stop.
What are you talking about?
Like
I purposely did not acknowledge you.
And then keep it that way, because really, you got people. Listen, I can't be.
I was actually going to compliment you because I actually appreciated how you were able to come back and apologize. So I actually wasn't even going to come for your neck.
But Reckless, this is what I want you to know, Reckless, seriously. And I'm glad that the Holy Spirit granted me this time because I was asking her to do this, put us up together so we could talk. I am truly the minister of the revelation, and I am to minister to gang members and people like myself in layman terms that don't understand. See, the revelation is how we going to exist in this life, in this world, to defeat it. There's a whole lot of spirituality in it also. So therefore, when you disrespect me in the way, you understand, if I stay in that place to be disrespected, I understand. But moving forth, son, I want you to know, I am not trying to disrespect you in any way. And I appreciate it in turn that you don't. And I don't think that you really judge me to know me, to say that I am a man person, because I'm really not. I put it in my spirituality, what I believe in my soul. You know, when I say I am a born again Egyptian slave, know that I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I'll let you talk to my top psychiatrists, as I will. I'll let you have a conversation with them so you could know I'm not playing. I'm not going to change. This is me, and this is what my life is. I can't shut up. I can't stop. And I don't care, because my message is for kings and queens. Everybody's not going to understand. You understand? But if you could go to my page, Reckless, and really my first page, because they're trying to take away, I have two. They're trying to take away my my actual page. Go to the first one and see the first video I ever made, and my reach and my journey up until today. When I tell you the Holy Spirit named Conscious Church, he's the first minister. That's what everybody's going to be doing, because it's going to be heaven on earth, or it's not going to be no earth. This is not a mystical, magical thing. Like, people has to change. Right now, Muhammad is here. Right now, Jehovah is here. Our descendants are going to walk with us. Nobody is deleted. The souls is eternal. They right there. And the only way we're going to be able to live in harmony in heaven, because didn't the Bible say as it is in heaven on earth? So no, it was altered. It's going to be as it is in heaven, or it's not going to be no earth. And the gang members are the only members that are not accounted for. That's why most churches, this ain't about me converting somebody. My God is Jesus. My Holy Spirit is the Holy Spirit. But the God that I serve is Jesus. You could serve Muhammad, whoever. If your God is God, then you will have eternal life and you'll be forgiven. Because there ain't going to be no more evilness, starvation, and all of that stuff, money and narcotics and all of that. No, none of that. None of that. The child going to stop dying in the dirt. There's people starving. But just go to my page, my original page, and see what's going down before you make judgment. That's all.
I have been to your page, Miss Barbara.
Oh, okay. Thank you. The original one, or the one with the only 20 prescribers?
I have no clue. The apartment's available in New York.
No. Okay. Well, that's not the original one. Go to the original one. Apartments available in New York City. The original one. You'll see the original one because it has about 211 versus the 21. subscribers. It has go to the one and then search everything, and I guarantee you'll get a thing. But thank y'all. Let me go back working. Yeah,
Okay,
Mary Luther King. Thank you.
Barbara.
But go get your laugh. Go get your Reckless. You really gonna have a laugh. You gonna be proud of me. Go see ATA, the last one when he got them together, baby. I say to that, y'all go come back tonight, Conscious. We gonna talk about it.
I want to give you a compliment. I want to thank you for windmilling for the kingdom, and also I want to thank you because it takes a lot to be able to compartmentalize, because I know you still don't like Cardi, but you being mature enough to say, hey, separate from the other shit, I don't like her
right. It was wrong.
Wrong. I can disseminate right and right and wrong in the situation. That's some bad bitch shit. So thank you for that, Queen. Yeah,
we gang. I hear that. See, a gang, I don't care if you right or wrong, I'm voting anyway. But you're gonna see how I put the gorilla for sale. Baby, they won't ever try playing with you on the platforms, because the Holy Spirit let me slip in there. Go see it. You're going to laugh so hard and come back tonight, please. Please. Amen. All right, come back tonight. Go see it. Everybody, go see it. We're going to laugh about it. Y'all take notes, because I read they ass, baby. Go ahead. It was funny. Right. I had to become a member. With my broke ass.
Oh, no. My God. Well, thank you so much. And we're going to check it out, Queen Barbara. I love you, boo. Reckless, final thoughts, girl, before we wrap.
No, I really don't. That is it, y'all. Welcome to Atlanta Reckless Logic. Please make sure you guys pop that like button, hit the subscribe button, and please.
Going live?
Oh yeah, I'm going live. Okay, so y'all, I will be going live at 6, which is just about 40 minutes. It's gonna be me. Country gonna join us, and special guest. I'll do it like that.
I'm gonna definitely be in the build. I'll be there. I'm tired as hell. I'm so tired. I definitely need to tonight. I'm gonna make sure that I sleep real, juicy couture type sleep. I need deep, good dick type of sleep. Like that butt naked type of damn sleep, girl. When you just let your titties you just have your titties hanging all out the cock, all out the covers and stuff, girl. Just smash and dash down, baby. Just go. That type of peace that transcends all understanding.
You can be snoring like I don't know what
be absent from the body and present with the Almighty Lord type of sleep, baby. That's
you can be snoring tonight, baby.
Yeah, but I'll be at 6 o'clock. You guys join Reckless Logic. That's Reckless with 2 C's, because this whole swear he is goddamn different, but he ain't nothing but a goddamn hoe for show. So
actually, I want to share this. I want to share it for 2.5 seconds. So, guys, I will be going live. This thing pop up. Bam, it just did. Hallelujah. Praise him. We're going to talk about, this is what we're going to be talking about. Bam. Share the screen for me, please.
It's the gay agenda.
So, guys, yes. Okay, so, guys, I'm at 6. Please tune in. It's I'm going to have special guests. Of course, we're going to know the special guests, but we're going to have an interesting conversation.
I said, your shit is breaking up and crack. I said, your shit breaking up, it's crackling, it's doing all type of stuff.
Oh, girl, I don't know what's going on. I'm telling you, StreamYard been acting up, been crazy for me today. So I'm just gonna say this: I'm going live at 6, y'all. Y'all make sure y'all guys look out. We're gonna get into a very interesting conversation, and I'm gonna, if things go right, I'm gonna drop the link as well. So that's it.
Period. All right, Pooh. Well, we'll be over there. Period, Pooh. What's going on? Haley Ronnie. Hey, I don't know how to pronounce your name. Haley. Is it Holly Ronnie? Holly Ron? I'm gonna call you Holly. I'm gonna just call you cute, okay? Because you're cute. Are you gay, Holly? If you're gay and you're cute, send me a message on Instagram. You're kind of cute. All right, we got to get the fuck up out of here. I love y'all, girl. Girl, pray I get some. If I don't see y'all tonight, girl, for the rundown, we'll definitely be live and in color tomorrow. I'm gonna try to cam up and all that shit, child, and give it to y'all, girl, real good. Cause I like to give y'all an old nasty piece of visual, girl, as often as I can, guy. So yeah, girl. Okay, the wig wearing clown, girl. It's gonna be live and in color tomorrow, child. So be tuned in, child. All right. Thumbs up. Please subscribe, you guys. Oh my, hold on. I gotta cash out my I gotta shout out my Cash App contributors. I think my baby mother.
Period.
Give me your nasty piece. A Cash App, girl. How doing? Wait a minute. Yeah, shout out to my boo Ken Goddess. Shout out to Miss Hunter. Shout out to Chris. Shout out to Tracy. Shout out to Caramel World. Shout out to Cheryl. And shout out to Adriana's report. You guys know all donations are in the description box below. God bless you all for the seed you sow into the kingdom. I love you long time. I'll see you guys in a few. Peace.